Type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Neither one of these have anything to do with blood sugar. To an extent. Let me explain. So, your type 1 diabetic state is going to be a state of autoimmunity. Your immune system has been programmed to attack your beta cells inside of your pancreas. It is going to then oust those beta cells so they no longer have the function of making insulin. And if we can't make insulin, then our blood sugar level is going to rise. That's the symptom. It's going to be the blood sugar increasing because the lack of insulin. On the opposite side of the spectrum, with our type 2 diabetic state, what's happening here is we have too much insulin. And because we've had too much insulin, we become insulin resistant. Multiple different avenues that we can become insulin resistant. One is going to be, of course, diet. The biggest lever you can always pull is going to be diet. Things high in carbs, processed food, toxins, those are going to drive up our insulin and make us have more of a proclivity to have insulin resistance. Another thing is sleep. If you have poor sleep the night before, the next day, you're going to be as insulin resistant as a type 2 diabetic as a survival mechanism of your body. But poor sleep over a long period of time, chronic poor sleep, is going to increase the likelihood of you having insulin resistance. And the last one that I want to touch on here is going to be your cortisol levels. So, of course, stress hormone. So, how is your stress? If we're highly stressed, cortisol is going to talk to the liver, tell the liver to throw in a lot of glycogen stores. That's your glucose. And then your body is going to respond to that stress because the vast majority of time, we're not out here running from a bear. We're not fighting another tribe. We're stressed because we're sitting at a desk and we are reading an email from our boss that got our blood pressure up a little bit and our cortisol up a little bit. And we're not pulling in that glucose. So it has to go somewhere. So then insulin is going to be produced by the pancreas, and that can increase our insulin resistant state. So, either way, type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes is not an issue of blood sugar that becomes a problem, but it begins and ends with the hormone insulin.